1994, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
You look at this Bears defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. Ready.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with
touchdown, Packers. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Looking to put a drive together.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Breece Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Breece Hall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears have taken the lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Second and 5.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Off play action. Bryant. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers!
Marvin Harrison Jr.
from 4 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Williams loses the football. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
So this, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
To the air, Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You look at this Packers defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's Williams. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up being the net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing to start the drive. Bryant. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He's got space past the 25.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11.
Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Looking to throw is Williams. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
York able to send this one through.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And right away, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 105 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Williams. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 70 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Come on. Hey.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see the franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bryant.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards that time.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Bryant.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bryant. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Operating from the gun, Bryant. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Here's Williams. A final shot before break. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Williams. That's complete. Luther Burden. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Option play, here's Hall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
To throw, it's Williams. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Bears are able to stretch out their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Come on.
Operating from the gun, Bryant. And his throw here is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.